Hi, my name is Nikita Phillips, and I'm originally from Inglewood, California, and I have a beautiful 2-year-old son. Yeah, I believe it would have to be the phone call when he initially told me that I was going to be accepted. I could feel the relief or the burden that was going to be taken off my back. So it hasn't truly happened yet, or it hasn't been lifted off my back completely yet, but to know that I have a source that's gonna relieve me from all of this hardship, all of this that I'm doing all by myself, I don't no longer have to do it by myself anymore. My grandmother passed in July of 2023, and I was staying with her at the time, and literally me and my son had 2 days to get our stuff out and leave. So since then, after she died in 2023, since then, me and my son had kind of been from pillow to post, you know. Then I have been going from pillow to post. People get tired of you coming to their homes. They're set in the way that they live. You kind of invade their space after a while. So for me and my son to have the comfortability and the peace that I felt like we were needing and not getting it from family and friends, I chose to stay in my car. So since October of last year, me and my son have been in my car. As a mother, that's really hard not to be able to provide the basic things that your child needs. So no matter what, I keep my son in school. He's been in school since he was 6 months, and he goes to Allies for Every Child, and it's in Culver City. And he's been there since he was 6 months. And when you first go, you keep everything to yourself because you don't want nobody to, have anything to say about your situation. You don't want to put your child in any more danger than what they already are. But one day my son had been crying a lot, and the teachers had even noticed. So I was honest, and I said, well, we've been sleeping in our car lately. I could just, imagine how that's affecting him. And not knowing where that conversation was gonna go, Allies for Every Child called me to tell me that HomeLight was gonna be calling me in a couple of days, and I should be waiting on their phone call. When I got the first phone call and I did the first interview, and she was like, oh, well, you got a second interview. I said, a second interview? I don't want a second interview. Let me in now. But then I had the second interview, and everything went great. And then that's when he told me then that I was accepted into the program, and I had nothing else to worry about. And I haven't had that having nothing else to worry about feeling since I've been pregnant with my son. Yes. My journey has been crazy since I found out I was pregnant. To make your son's bed in the backseat of a car is heartbreaking. To bathe my child in my car is heartbreaking. My son's behaviors. I recognized that he was having behaviors. And people do not realize how an unstable life could affect a child, especially when they're going through it and trying to survive and trying to make it happen. But me being in therapy and being self-aware and knowing my son and being aware of him, I really was able to recognize, like, okay, this is just off the walls. He is You know, he was doing so great. Now he's not doing great. It's something wrong. And the only thing that I could think about was our situation. I would say, like, stop being so stubborn. I'm a very private person. I don't like people all in my business. People ain't right. People not perfect, and people not God. So I don't expect them to understand how to deal with me. And when I realized that my son was going through what he was going through, I just was like, it's time to no longer hold everything in. You have to get help from somewhere, because whatever I was doing on my own, the resources that I was trying to find on my own, they wasn't working. So I had to. And they came from unfamiliar places. People are used to getting help from their family members, their friends, and I just didn't have that. So I had to go to unfamiliar places, unfamiliar people, in order for me to get what God really had for me, because he sends things in unfamiliar places, because that's just how it has to work sometimes. I have to get out of my own way. I was being my own worst enemy, and it was not just affecting me, it was affecting my baby. Yeah. How long have I been at HomeLight? I've been at HomeLight for maybe 2 weeks now, and I get my keys today. So I'm very, very excited. We just got finished with all the paperwork and all of the good stuff, so now here we are. Then you have to bring in all your paperwork. And I wasn't vaccinated, so I had to go get vaccinated. Lord, please bless me, because I was kind of sick. I've never been vaccinated, so that was kind of hard for me. I knew I had to do what I had to do. Yeah. So it was a lot of things that, just had to be taken care of. And you think you find stuff like your birth certificate is supposed to be in one place, but it's not. So it was just a lot of, me making sure I have all the documents and everything put in, and making sure that I met all of, the qualifications and stuff. And yeah.
Can you give us a few of those qualifications?
Just making sure my situation really is what it is. Mm-hmm. Making sure that, I'm not coming in with the okey doke, because we all know some people do pull the okey doke. So, he just wanted to be sure that he was helping me in the situation that I was really in. So, yeah. The most significant personal or emotional challenge that I had to deal with before coming to HomeLight: accepting my situation. Even though I was going through it, I kind of hadn't accepted that this is what I was going through. This is something that I never thought I would. I never thought that I would be homeless, living in my car with my son. And so what helped me kind of accept it was, I'm not the first mother, and I'm not the last mother. And it's so many of me before, so many women before me that survived this life with their children and have awesome, amazing, beautiful children. They survived. So I said, you know what? It's okay. I'm going through what I'm going through, but I'm going to get through it. And I didn't know how I was going to get through it, and I didn't know when I was going to get through it, but I did. So this is a real story. Whenever I go to my storage room, I look down the hallway and I say, Granny, God, I don't want to come down this hallway no more. I'm tired. So the last time I said it, I really was like, I'm not coming back here no more. I grabbed as much clothes as I could, and then I was, not as I could, but I grabbed enough. And I was just like, okay, you know what? I don't want to come back here no more. So the next time I come back here, I'm getting my stuff, y'all. And I was so serious. And literally, here I am. Oh, my perspective is so much more positive and broader and spiritual, amazing. You would think it would shut me down and it would shut me out. It kind of hardened my heart a little bit, but it softened my heart so much more. I found God in this process. I talk about him a lot, but that's because he really has brought me through. I give all glory to my God. Wow. I wasn't going to church. I wasn't doing none of those things before my situation. I was brought up in church, but at this point in my life, it was the back burner. And my grandmother passed, and I was out here. I have nobody else to turn to. So I said, okay, I'm gonna try God. And when I tried God, it was the best thing that I could ever do. I think it's still a little bit new for me. I think for me, it's because I'm not used to having a community. That my first go-to is shut out, and then I bring them in. So until I work on myself with that, I feel like I will start to feel it. But my guards are so up because I have had so many people let me down. I really don't know what community feels like. I know what community feels like when it comes to me having to be a part, me having to be the helper, me having to be the pusher. But for it to be my way, so I really don't know. So we'll see in a little while. I really want an ice cream truck. So before I leave here, I plan to get the little ones that you push, and then I want to work my way up to the ice cream truck. It's been a dream of mine for a very, 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 very long time, where I just knew, like, okay, it came from Friday. But yeah, I really want an ice cream truck, and to start my own business and to kind of be able to be, when the time comes, and just to have like my own legacy to pass down to my son, and then he could be the ice cream man. So when I was growing up, I grew up on 109th and Lamoli. That's right, not too far from Crenshaw. It's like Crenshaw and Imperial area. Okay. And there's this ice cream truck, and he was a Hispanic guy. And he would come down, and he drove that truck the whole 10 years that my mom stayed in, that place. And he was very attentive to the children, very attentive, to where we felt like we kind of had a mentor. We felt like, so he wasn't just the ice cream man. He was really like driving through the hood, making sure that the hood kids was okay. And I loved it. We don't have that no more. They come, they money, and then they go. It's not a lot of people in the community for the children anymore. So that's what I want. I want to be able to serve ice cream. When you look at it, how God looks at it, and how God honors, admires, and adores the children, why are we not? They should not be last. We put children last so much to where they're lacking as they come up, and then they just out here in this world and then don't know. And then we blaming them because they don't know. But it's not fair. We can't do that. We have to bless God's children, because that's what he designed. That's what he said. His word said it. And we ain't doing that. All have lived a life where our parents have done something damaging enough to affect us now to this day. So just imagine kids who can, and then we're talking about mothers who, know better and trying their best, but are imperfect. So since they are imperfect, it allows imperfect things to happen. And then when you have children who parents don't know no better, that are out here being imperfect, those two things combined together is bad. But then they don't know no better, they're imperfect, and then now they're finding that the poverty is a problem, So yeah, it becomes it becomes a traumatic experience for a child to watch their parent go through these many stages, and then they don't know what to do. Some kids want to help their parents, but because they don't know, they can't. And that's suffering. When you see your parent or your loved one suffering and you can't do anything to help them, how traumatic is that for a child? Was my mom perfectly imperfect? Y'all better not show this part on camera. No, I'm just kidding. Truth. My mom was a young mom. My mom had me at 16. I was the oldest. She experienced a lot back in those days, being a young mom in the church. You know, my grandmother was a very big churchgoer, so having a child young and not being married was hard. Then my dad was in and out, so by her being single young mom, trying to do what she had to do, imperfections, you know, because she thinks that she knows, just like we kind of all do, you know, like, oh, I think I'm making the right decision. She's doing the best that she could. But when you don't know.
Did you always understand that she was?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. I did not always understand. I think that now in my life, I understand now how hard it was for her. I honestly do see it now, which is why I'm choosing to try to have a better relationship with my mom. But she still is who she is, so I kind of try and deal with it to the best distance that I can. Yeah. I think a big generational curse that my family has is children don't really have a voice. And I want my son to know he has a voice. He is somebody in this world. Just because he's 2 doesn't mean he doesn't have a place. I hate it when people say stay in a child's place. Well, I mean, you don't stay in an adult's place all the time. You childish a lot, you know? You don't hear nobody tell you. You don't like it when people tell you to grow up, and then you want to tell it. I do. I really want, because I feel like having a voice brings you so much freedom. And it gives you a different outlook in life to not feel shut out, or like you have to shut yourself down in order to, you know, allow somebody else to live. Like, I lived my life already. I still got a lot of life to live, but I feel like for the bulk, like, my job now is to make sure that he lives his life to the fullest. And I don't want to be, my family has already, like, I wanted to go to the Army. Oh, don't go to the Army because they're going to be sending you to the thing. I want to be a truck driver. Oh, girls don't be truck drivers. What the hell am I supposed to do then? You know, I don't want to be, let's go. Find the resources. I'm going, you know, we're going to do whatever it is that we have to do in order so that he can live life. Whether you succeed or not, you're living it to the fullest. And that's what matters.
Absolutely love that. Whether he wants to be like the world's best coat hanger maker,
yeah,
or the president,
mm-hmm.
to have that parental support saying, yes, I got you. Either way,
mm-hmm.
whatever happens, but if this is your dream, let's go for it.
Let's go for it.
So that makes a huge difference.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
So coming into the home stretch, where do you feel you are as a woman right now, and where do you want to be when you leave this program? What kind of woman do you want to be against who you are right now?
I don't like your questions, just so you know. What kind of woman do I feel like I am now, and where do I want to be? I feel like, I feel like I am a woman who have not pulled out all of her potential. There's so much potential inside of me that I have been afraid to pull out for whatever reasons. And when I leave HomeLight, I want to be deeper into my potential in all areas. Well, they got this music program for the little kids. I'm kind of interested to see how my son gonna take that along. I'm already in therapy for myself, and I really love my therapist. So if I wasn't already in therapy, I would be like waiting to get into the therapy program. I'm not too sure what other programs that they do have, but I am interested to figure it out. Like, I really am. What message would I like to say? May God bless you. Oh yeah. May God bless you. No, just kidding.
No, do you.
I'm a goofy. But yeah, may God bless you, and continue to warm your heart to be able to help his people the way that he has designed. We really are, it's really single moms out here that really does need help. And we appreciate this place. We really do. They don't want to help us single moms, but y'all do. So we say thank you very much. Very, very much. How has their generosity already affected my life? It's bringing me a peace of mind so far. I haven't actually got my foot in the door. I haven't laid my head or took a good shower yet. But to know that it's here, and to know that it's mine for the time being, the peace of mind that I have to know that I don't have stability. I don't have to ask nobody, can I spend a night no more? Just to know I get to potty train my son. It's time. I'm tired of buying diapers. Those little things that people don't think about that counts in life is where I am right now. They're very much appreciated. Oh God, I could tell single mom, cause single moms right now is my heart. I guess cause I'm going through it, and I see the lack of community support when it comes to single mom. They help vets, they help widows, they help, the homeless, that whatever it is. But single moms, they just feel like we got it, and we really don't. So I want to encourage them to, no matter what your situation is, know that you're a good mom. You made the choice to take care of your children, and however you see fit, go ahead. Go ahead. Keep God first. I promise you. You put God first in your single mom situation, everything else will lay itself out. I promise. I can guarantee you that. I put all my money on it. People who say that they love me, people who say that they love my son, well, it's okay with me being in my car. And I'll never forgive you. I take that back. I forgive you, but I'll never forget it. I'll never forget how people treated me and my son in this situation. So I know what a good person I've been to people. And I know how much I help people. And I know when I have my home, I've allowed a lot of people to stay in my homes. And for people to do me and my baby like this is beyond devilish. So they can have it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. God got bigger plans.
Yeah. You see, he got the glory in all of this. He sets up things and he fixes it up so he can get all the glory. No matter how we screw it up. Oh, I should have turned this off of that. Oh, Ricardo has opened up the doors for me to live a better life. He made the decision to say yes on me. From what I have seen, Ricardo is a man of business. And he seems as if he'll get the job done as long as you allow him to. as long as you allow them to.
That's it. That's it. And then just say to me one time, and then to camera one time, thank you, Ricardo. We're doing a montage of all the moms saying thank you.
Okay. Let me get my acting voice.
Just imagine putting those keys in your hand.
Yeah, that's the part I waited for.
Yes. Then put them keys in your
Okay, let me imagine it. Let me imagine. Yeah, hurry up. So when I say thank you, I'm out here to go get not just kidding. Okay. Oh, thank you, Ricardo.
Perfect. One more time.
Thank you, Ricardo.
Awesome. Okay. Then now we're gonna go to the things I need you to repeat after me, just like that. I want you to say HomeLight and a happy tone. So HomeLight. Why does everybody get tickled on this card?
You guys, it's corny.
Not when you see it cut together. Not when you see it all put together.
Okay, here we go.
Now that was way too much mustard on the hot dog.
That's why you see I laughed at it. Like, hold on. It's like, I didn't go to acting classes and I'm trying to get it together. It's the makeup. I'm sorry.
No.
Okay.
You're feeling sassy.
HomeLight.
Then to me.
HomeLight.
Camera.
HomeLight Family Living.